Now to the Alex-Murdaugh double murder trial in Walterboro. The disgraced attorney on trial in connection in the shooting deaths of his wife Maggie and son Paul. Today, a pretty big ruling from Judge Clifton Newman, who said testimony about Murdaugh's alleged financial crimes will be allowed into evidence. The judge said that the looming exposure of financial crimes shows motive. He went on to say a bookkeeper from Murdaugh's law firm testified she confronted Murtaugh on the mornings of the murders about hundreds of thousands of dollars in missing money. Here's more of what he had to say.
Later revealed that money. I find that the jury is entitled to consider whether the apparent desperation of Mr. Murtaugh because of his dire financial situation, the threat of being exposed for committing the crimes which he was later charged with, resulted in the commission of the alleged crimes.
Well, this means Tony Satterfield can take the stand, the son of the Murdaugh's housekeeper. He told the judge last week that Murtaugh told him he was still working on a settlement when in fact his mom's estate had already won more than $3 million from the insurance company. Another big topic in court today, a blue tarp and a blue jacket. News 19's Rachel Ripp explains.
The Murtaugh family caretaker, Mushell Smith, and two SLED employees both mentioned in testimony today a blue rain jacket and a blue tarp that were entered into evidence. Smith testified she claims to have seen Alex-Murdaugh bring the tarp into his mother's house a few days after the murders.
After the funeral, who did you tell that first to in law enforcement? That the defendant may have been holding something or was holding something when he came in?
Dango, Officer Dango.
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 Okay. And as a result of that, SLED came and interviewed you?
Yes.
Okay.
Kristen Moore testified she was charged with retrieving the blue tarp in the house, found in the bottom of a storage container in the closet. And she also found a blue raincoat in a coat closet on the second floor. Jamie Hall testified only the blue jacket was tested for blood stains and gunshot residue inside and outside of the jacket, including the hood.
Basically the entire garment. We marked it off in different sections, again, where Megan advised me to collect from, and I repeatedly dabbed the particle lift across each section until it lost adhesive.
The prosecution maintains that this jacket should be considered as evidence because they say a witness saw Alex-Murdaugh, the defendant, with it days after the murders. Now, the defense says that this piece of evidence is irrelevant and prejudicial. Reporting in Walterboro, Rachel Ripp, News 19 WLTX.
Rachel, thanks. In less than 2 hours, our Murtaugh After Hours special airs live starting at 9. You can also watch it on our YouTube page, website, WLTX Plus app, and our free News 19 mobile app. We're going to be joined by two criminal defense attorneys tonight to discuss today's developments in the courtroom.